Hello creation, I hope you're well. I've just had another scan through this notepad and I've found this one that I wrote in April of 2021 and it's called Happy. You see, that was one of my nicknames. I've been happy, I've been smiler, I've been happy just with an A-double-P-Y, and it's... But I was always smiling when I was a kid. And then life puts you to the test, doesn't it? And we can lose that smile for a while. Anyway, so I wrote this, like I say, it's 4 years ago, and it's called Happy. Happy is as happy does. Come to stall, then needed a shove. Happy thinks as to create, to make a path to heaven's gate. Happy calls to free the mind, to raise you up from off the ground. Happy clears so as to teach, to free the ones so hard to reach. Happy wears the happy smile, one that was lost for a little while. Happy heals all from within, no more to take it on the chin. But I'm growing my beard long anyway, just in case anyone does want to put one on my chin end, and then at least it'll be cushioned a bit, won't it? Happy laughs with tears of joy, for he awakes the brand new toy. Life is a toy to be played with, if you learn how to play with said toy. Happy creates through wondrous thought, more apt than any materials bought. Happy can now live the life and manifest all that eases strife. Happy is as happy does, no more to call out for the shove. Happy knows to raise vibration, to put to test, to heal a nation. Happy sees the path ahead and knows the past is truly dead. Isn't that the truth? Happy smiles with an inner knowing that strength in numbers is surely growing. So, happy doffs to the evolution of all and truly shines to heed the call. And then underneath that I've wrote, love you all humankind / creation. Anyway, but that's what we are. We are creation. All of it. That's what we are. Linked in more ways, energetically speaking, that we can possibly comprehend. On many different levels, we are linked. We certainly are. And that speaks of the clearing from within. Now, at one point, I suppose, in my life, I fell upon, shall we say, a little bit harder than usual times and ended up out of house and home and out of pocket as well. So, managed to get this place and negotiate a couple of weeks rent free if I did the room up. The landlord and landlady wanted the room. They wanted the walls stripping right back to the plaster, and then the plaster. I was very grateful for the room, but my God, I worked to get that ready because I only had however long it was before I was getting my son again, and the room had to be finished for my son, and I managed to finish it. And on the day, the carpets were fitted on the day that I was having him to come and stop with me. So the task to hand was to strip these layers and layers and layers of wallpaper back, and some of them must have been on there forever, and it didn't matter. I had one of those steamers to steam it off. Never touched it, man. It was hard. I've got blisters on my hands. I worked that long, that hard, long hours. Yeah. So anyway, but my point is, the reason I'm telling you this is, eventually I got all that paper off and I got down to the plaster, and then the plaster needed repairing, holes here, there. It's like someone had been at it with a machine gun. There were holes everywhere. But so the holes were fixed, and then it was prepped, and then it was painted, and then it was wallpapered, because they wanted it stripping right back, all doing all that, so that it could be wallpapered from scratch. Now, I can relate that to the work on which we have to do within for ourselves. As we live through our life, we pick up layer upon layer upon layer of whatever it might be. And that can be traumatic experiences, whatever it might be. And I can relate that to the stripping back of all that wallpaper, because even though I was the one stripping that wallpaper back, those layers of wallpaper may well have been, I can put this to, like, obviously I wasn't there when those wallpapers were built up, so those wallpapers were laid up over time. Now that could have been several lifetimes, it could have been different people living there for all I know, but I can relate that to the work what we have to do on ourselves to strip back those layers, to get down to the plaster within ourselves, so we can heal it, so we can mend it, so we can fill those holes up with love, and so that we can start to re-paper, as it were, through love, and not those other experiences where the soul's been tarnished with trauma. So, and it might be that those, like I've just said, those layers of wallpaper may well have gone over several lifetimes. Not my life, someone who lived in there before, someone who lived in there before, someone who lived in there before. But that room is the soul, and the soul over lifetimes has had layer upon layer upon layer added to it, as in the wallpaper. And it was up to me to strip that wallpaper back to the plaster, to heal those holes, to fill them up with love, give it my love and attention, get those walls rubbed down, prepped, and then wallpapered over. That's what we do with our souls. That's what we do when we go within and we strip back those layers of wallpaper to get back to the root cause, those holes in the walls, to fill it with love. And that's the journey. That's the journey. So I just wanted to share this with you anyway, because I thought it was a good, I actually woke up, I couldn't sleep last night, woke up bang on 3 o'clock, was it? And this was in my head about the wallpaper and about it relating to the soul over different lifetimes. Anyway, I hope this helps someone. I'm running out of time, nearly up to 10 minutes, so I will do another one if I get a chance today. If not, it'll be tomorrow. Okay, I hope this helps someone. Take care.